Good morning, students. Welcome back for that third Anglo-Mysore War. In the previous class, we were discussed about causes, course, results of first Anglo-Mysore War and as well as second Anglo-Mysore War. So let me explain about third Anglo-Mysore War, which played important role in the Mysore region. So what were the causes and course for that third Anglo-Mysore War? First Anglo-Mysore War came to an end as per the Treaty of Madras, which was ended in the year 1769. Second Anglo-Mysore War came to an end as per the Treaty of Mangaluru in the year 1784, and the third Anglo-Mysore War. Hyder Ali and his son Tippu Sultan played very important role to protect their Mysore region from the British control. Hyder Ali fought bravely against British in the first Anglo-Mysore War. I have given the clear explanation about Hyder Ali. Hyder Ali and Tippu Sultan. Tippu Sultan, he was known as the Tiger of Mysore. Question is, who was known as the Tiger of Mysore? Tippu Sultan, known as the Tiger of Mysore, and he was also called as a Tippu Sahab. Tippu Sultan, also known as Tippu Sahab, who played a very crucial moment to protect Mysore from that British rule. Tippu Sultan felt that British are the major obstacles for the policy of expansion. Yes, that person, the Tiger of Mysore, Tippu Sultan, felt that Britishers are major obstacles for the policy of expansion. That is one. That's what the Tippu Sultan wanted to defeat British. The Tippu Sultan wanted to quit the British from India. That was the main goal. He was considered as his duty quit the British from Mysore region, protect the Mysore region from that British control. That was the main aim of Tippu Sultan. That's what Tippu Sultan, he brought the huge army. He modernized the army, and both the father and son, both were brave, a clever rulers of Mysore region. Hyder Ali and his son, the Tiger of Mysore, Tippu Sultan, they knew that it was difficult to defeat the British with traditional arms, with that traditional weapons. That's what during the period of Hyder Ali, during the period of Tippu Sultan, they were modernized the weapons. They modernized that arms. So they followed a different policies, different methods, skills, war techniques to fight against that Britishers. Do you know that Hyder Ali and Tippu Sultan were the pioneer? They were the first to use rockets in the war skills, in the war field. Hyder Ali and Tippu Sultans were the first Indians who were used a modern weapons, who were used rockets in the battlefield. So with the help of modernized arms, they revolted against the British. Why the Hyder Ali Tipu Sultan revolted against the British? Because they wanted to protect empire, they wanted to preserve, protect Mysore region from the British rule. That's what they revolted. So remember, the main aim of Tipu Sultan, he wanted to quit the British from our country. That was the goal, ambition of the Britishers, of that Tipu Sultan. So Tipu Sultan wanted to quit the British from our nation. That was the goal, ambition of that Tipu Sultan. That's what Tipu Sultan was, a brave man, very clever man who followed modern skills, modern methods, techniques, war skills to fight against the British. So Tipu Sultan sought the help of Napoleon Bonaparte, the commander of French, the commander of France, the commander of French. He was Napoleon Bonaparte. He asked the help of Napoleon Bonaparte. They took French trained army to defeat that British in India. So like that, the great Nawab, the great ruler, emperor of Mysore region, who was known as Tippu Sahab, who was called as the Tiger of Mysore, Tippu Sultan. He was born in the year 20 November 1750. He was the elder son of Hyder Ali and Fakhrunisa Begum. Hyder Ali wife of Fakhrunisa. So later he learnt many war techniques, war skills, the administrational experiments, experience from his father Hyder Ali. So after the death of Hyder Ali in the Second Anglo-Mysore War, Hyder Ali was died in the year 1782. After death of Hyder Ali, Tippu Sultan became a Nawab of Mysore and he continued his war skills against that Britishers. So now we'll explain about that. What were the causes for Third Anglo-Mysore War? Remember students here, Raja of Travancore. The politics of Travancore was the main cause for Third Anglo-Mysore War. So which was the main cause for Third Anglo-Mysore War? The main cause for Third Anglo-Mysore War, Raja of Travancore, King of Travancore was that main cause for that Third Anglo-Mysore War. Politics of Raja of Travancore. Politics of Travancore. That was the main cause. What was that? Politics of Travancore. So who was the ruler of Travancore? His name was Raja. The Raja of Travancore, he built fort at Kochi was the main reason. Who built fort at Kochi? Raja of Travancore, the king of Travancore, built fort at Kochi with the help of Britishers. That is the main reason. The second point coming to that, later Raja of Travancore with the support of British, he captured Kanganur and Ayakota. Kanganur and Ayakota, these were Dutch settlements. Kanganuru, Ayakota. Remember that is? Raja of Travancore built fort at Kochi with the support, with the help of British, and he captured Kanganuru and Ayakota. So these were the clear breaches of Treaty of Mangaluru. The Treaty of Mangaluru, clear breaches of Treaty of Mangaluru, because this was the main reason. Though Third Anglo-Mysore War broke out, what were the main cause for Third Anglo-Mysore War? The politics of Travancore was the main cause. The king of Travancore, he built fort at Kochi with the support of British, and next he captured Kanganuru, Ayakota. So these were the clear breaches of Third Anglo-Mysore War. This is that one side. Another side, the British East India Company, captured Coimbatore, one region. Next point, they captured Karwar region and captured Dindigul, one side. Raja of Travancore and the British were allies. They made alliance. This side, he captured these territories. Another side, East India Company captured Coimbatore, Karwar and Dindigul regions. So that's what Tippu Sultan was not happy. So here, Tippu Sultan entered in the regions of Baramahal. Yes. Tippu Sultan entered in the regions of Baramahal and Satyamangala. Or Mangalam. Yes. These two regions captured by Tippu Sultan. On the side, Raja of Travancore captured many regions. The British captured many regions. Against of these, the Tiger of Mysore, remember the Tiger of Mysore, Tippu Sultan entered in the regions of Baramahal and captured Satyamangala. It is one more event. The first event, second event, third event. Another side, remember that during the time of third Anglo-Mysore War, the Governor General of India, Lord Cornwallis. Question: during second Anglo-Mysore War, sir, they played important role to defeat Hyder Ali, right? Later, in the third Anglo-Mysore War, the Governor General of India was Lord Cornwallis. Was he? Lord Cornwallis. Under the leadership of Lord Cornwallis, the East India Company captured Kolar region. When they captured Kolar region, again they continued to capture Hoskote, Kolar, Hoskote, and captured Bangalore. Remember that. The Bangalore fort was captured and destroyed by Lord Cornwallis. So, under the leadership of Lord Cornwallis, he captured Kolar region, Vasco territories and Bengaluru. He destroyed Bengaluru fort. So, along with that, the one more important, Lord Cornwallis he asked the help of Marathas. He asked the help of Marathas. Remember here, one, he made combined army force with Nizam of Hyderabad. Yes, Nizam of Hyderabad one side. Who? Lord Cornwallis asked the help of Nizam of Hyderabad. Okay. Next, he asked the help of the Marathas. Yes. So these three members. Who made combined army force? The British asked for the help of Marathas and Nizam of Hyderabad. So they made combined army force. Nizam of Hyderabad, the Marathas, the British made combined army force, declared war on Tippu Sultan. So before that, when they made combined army force, Marathas, they captured some territories. Some of the territories. Who captured some of the territories? The Marathas captured some of the territories. One is Savanuru. Savanur, one region. Second one, Gajendragarh. Gajendragarh. Third one, Hubli or Hubballi. Yes. So these regions, territories came under the control of Marathas because Lord Cornwallis sought the help of Marathas to declare war on Tippu Sultan. So they made combined army force along with Nizam of Hyderabad. So it was a chance to Marathas to capture some of the regions. So Marathas captured Savanuru. Next they captured Gajendragarh and Hubballi. So these were the regions captured by Marathas. So Nizam of Hyderabad, the Marathas, British along with the Raja of Travancore, all the four members made combined army force and attacked on Srirangapatna. Remember that is. Attacked on Srirangapatna. Who attacked on Srirangapatna? Yes, Vijay of Hyderabad, Marathas, British and Raja of Travancore. Four. They made four emperors, made combined army force, captured Srirangapatna fort. Okay, no? And they declared war on Srirangapatna in the year 1792. Remember that is. In the year 1792, Srirangapatna was captured by these combined army force. Later, at midnight, Srirangapatna fort was destroyed by this combined army force. So it was inevitabilities for Tipu Sultan. He asked the Britishers conclude the war. There was no chance. He asked the help of French, but Napoleon Bonaparte did not support Tipu Sultan, and all they made combined army force. He fought against the British, but finally Tipu Sultan, the Tiger of Mysore, defeated in the Third Anglo-Mysore War at Srirangapatna in the year 1792. Because of this reason, Third Anglo-Mysore War broke out in 1790 and came to an end in 1792. Srirangapatna was destroyed by the combined army force. So Tipu Sultan forced to conclude the treaties. Remember, students, so that the Tiger of Mysore, he was defeated and surrendered in the Third Anglo-Mysore War. So defeated and surrendered. So made and results. What were the results? Tipu Sultan had to surrender half of his kingdom. That is one result. Yes, had to surrender half of his kingdom. British captured Tipu Sultan's half of his kingdom. One point. The second point, so Tipu Sultan had to pay 3 crore rupees. 3 crore rupees as a compensation of war or war indemnities. How much you have to pay? Tipu Sultan surrendered half of his kingdom. One point. Second point, he had to pay 3 crore rupees as a war indemnity, compensation of war. And also Tipu's pledged his 2 sons. So Tipu's Sultan 2 sons pledged his 2 sons as the payment against war. Guarantee of payment. Remember this. The British pledged 2 of his sons. British pledged 2 of his sons as a guarantee of payment. Remember that, guarantee of payment. So this is the they kept Tipu Sultan 2 sons kept as hostage as the payment of war. Okay, no? So these were the results. So finally, this Third Anglo-Mysore War came to an end as per the Treaty of Srirangapatna. Remember that is, Third Anglo-Mysore War came to an end as per the Treaty of Srirangapatna. According to Treaty of Srirangapatna, Tipu Sultan had to surrender half of his kingdom. He forced to surrender half of his kingdom. Next, he had to pay 3 crore rupees as a war indemnities, and 2 of his sons, Tipu's British, pledged 2 of his sons as the guarantee of payment. So that's what. So this concluded. Later, in the next class, we'll discuss about that causes, course and results of a 4th Anglo-Mysore War. What was the condition of 4th Anglo-Mysore War? So what were the techniques, ideas, the new war skills introduced by Tippu Sultan to fight against British in 4th Anglo-Mysore War. All this information we'll discuss in that next class. Thank you, students.